Uh, I had another just amazing day. I mean, pretty much every single day is amazing. But today, I'm going to share something with you that some of you are probably going to think I've gone crazy, because this is something that probably would have made me think I was going crazy if I didn't start to understand it. So, full disclosure, first of all, when something weird happens in my life, something that I can't explain, my first instinct is always to go and look it up and see what's going on. So I do that if they, first of all, with the moon, when I learned that there's energies with the moon, I went and looked that stuff up. And astrology, I'm really into astrology. I really love it. It's really fascinating to me. And I've really gotten into my own astrology and my chart and learning that I'm a Venus in Scorpio and that I'm a Cancer rising sign. So double water, that totally makes sense. And then there's just so many other things. But then I also got into numerology, and I learned that there was significance behind the fact that I was born on November 17th, 1117. And that's really where I'm leading you, is that, did you know that as you start to go on this journey to your more aligned path, that weird stuff's going to happen that you're not going to be able to explain, and you're just going to start noticing things. They call them synchronicities. Some people call them signs, but there are no coincidences. I have learned this. As I said, you're going to think I'm crazy here, but for the last 2.5 years, I've been followed by numbers. Yeah. So it first started with 1111. And then there was 222 and 333. And the thing about being followed by these numbers is that I will just randomly look at a clock or randomly look at an email or something, and these number sequences would pop up. And they keep changing and evolving. Like sometimes they'll come back, but then they're followed by new numbers. So I've been following these patterns. Like I said, you're probably going to think I'm crazy here, but I keep my phone with me. Not so I can look up things, but if I look at my phone, like just picking it up in just a moment, right now I'm not being sent a number, but if I pick it up and I see a number that has been popping up repeatedly, I snap a screenshot of it. Sometimes I don't even go and look at these again for a while, but I like to follow this pattern because it's leading me in a new direction. And as I said, this is something you're probably going to think is absolutely crazy out there. But then a couple of months ago, a few friends of mine who are also now following their own path to alignment and finding their higher purpose in what they're doing and taking action in their lives and having amazing results and synchronicities happen to them, they started seeing these numbers. They were numbers that I had seen 2 years ago. And they're like, I started to see these numbers and they just keep popping up, and it's a sequence and it's over and over again. And what does it mean? And that's the thing I really want to get to you, though, is the what does it mean? So remember how I said that when something weird and unexplained happens, that my first instinct is to go and look up the meaning of it? I'll do this with my dreams. I'll do this with visions that I have. It's like, what was that symbol and what does it mean? And the thing is that, yeah, that's helpful. But at the same time, even when I'm going through the sequence and finding out what the meaning of specific numbers is, I mean, I've memorized some of them as like, when I know when the ones come up, that means new beginnings. When the zeros come up, that means infinity and abundance. And like 2 is like basically the synchronicities, and I'm on the right track to partnership. Like there's a lot of things that come up that I'm just like, oh yeah. And other times it's like a nod from the universe. You're on the right track, and I don't need to look it up. Because the thing is that, yeah, you can look up all the meanings, but the most important thing is following your intuition on what that meaning is to you. So sometimes I will look at, like, I don't just go and look up one meaning for a symbol that I see in a dream or in a vision or a number. I look up multiple. Because one of the things I learned in research is that you don't just go with one piece of evidence. You go and look at multiple forms of evidence to see where those paths are and what resonates with you. So when I'm sitting there and I'm reading up on a symbol or a number that has just popped up and it keeps popping up, one of the ones that comes up right now is 701 and 601 and anything with an 01, like consistently, they just keep coming up, and 1010, and like, I could just go on this all day with all the numbers that I keep getting. But the thing is that I know that that is a nod from the universe. Keep going. And my energy level just rises, and then something epic happens. Like these number sequences always, it's like, I need to prepare for something. So now when I look at them, it's like, yeah, I'll look up the meaning, but it's also a message of I need to prepare for something. It's that intuition or something is coming. And that's one thing I'd really like to invite you to do is if weird stuff is happening to you, and like if you have seen these angel numbers and you do want to chat with me about it, and like, yeah, I'm seeing these numbers too, and it's like freaking wild, and I had no idea that this was actually a thing. I thought I was going crazy. I'm just going to tell you, no, you're not going crazy. In fact, this is something I've started talking to people about. It's like, yeah, I'm seeing these number sequences. I'm like, oh, you're on your spiritual path. There is something else brewing. Keep going. That is the nod from the universe. And I'm like, you know what? That's what I feel. And sometimes they show up in a dream, and sometimes they just show up like on my phone, or sometimes they'll show up in an email. Sometimes I'll be typing something and the word count will be there. But yes, you are not going crazy. If you are seeing numbers right now and you are on a spiritual path, or you are on a light path, if you are coaching or doing something that is in alignment with who you are, and you're starting to see those numbers, start paying attention to those numbers. And you don't even have to know the meaning of those numbers. You can just be like, this is a nod from the universe that I'm on the right track. And if you're curious, you can go look them up. But when you're looking up that information, make sure that what you're looking up, that it feels right in your body and that it's true for you. Because if it doesn't feel right, if it's like, you know, like it could mean this or it could mean this, pick the one that feels most resonant to what you're thinking. Oftentimes now I'm like, no, it's not that. It's not that. Oh, it's that one. Okay, I got it now. Oh, I'm feeling so excited because now something new is coming and I got to prepare. I've got to set up my system to be ready for this new thing. And I just have to tell you that within a couple of days or even a couple of months, something goes whoosh right there. And I'm like, yeah, I knew it. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I knew something was coming. And thank goodness that I had that time to prepare for this new cool thing that is in my life. And sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes it's like, you got to prepare. There's going to be a disaster. Something's going to hit the fan. But the more grounded you are, the more calm you are, the more you're able to navigate that. A change is coming. It could be good or bad. But if you've got that preparation, even if it's really, really stressful, you can still handle it. So I kind of wish I'd paid attention to these numbers earlier. There were so many that came up in the beginning that I didn't notice. And now I'm going back and tracing back the steps. But now it's like, it's just a thing. It's like, if you see me, like sometimes my friends will be like, what is she doing? Like she's just snapping a picture on her phone. No, I'm taking a screenshot because a number came up. Yes, I am that nuts. I am literally looking at my phone. Oh, there's a number. Snap, quickly screenshot, save it. Or I will type it in. If I see it somewhere else and I can't take a picture, I will actually type it in as notes. So I have a whole bunch of notes in my phone following these numbers. Why? Because that way I can continue to follow the pattern. The universe is all patterns. It's incredible. And these patterns are everywhere. And when you start noticing them, you start to see them more. And then you continue to get guided on your path. And then epic shit just happens. It just happens. And like, I wanted to show that to you. I wanted to share that because I don't think I've shared that part before. And I know that a lot of us are light workers, and a lot of us, we do end up on that path and we may not know it yet. And we may be like, I think I'm going crazy. I'm seeing these numbers everywhere and I don't know what they mean. And I just think I'm going nuts. No, you're not going nuts. Those numbers are there for a reason. Another thing that can come up is if you have a song in your head and then you go and shuffle your playlist and that same song pops up. That's a message. I literally get this happening to me too. I'll be like, I have a song, I wake up with a song in my head and I go and shuffle on my YouTube playlist and that is the exact song. And then I take note of that because that is another message that is coming through. And it just keeps you in that energy space of something amazing is coming. It allows you to continue to go through with your path and keep working on something even when it feels like nothing's working, because that helps you work through it and be like, no, this is important. I have the signs. Other people are slowly giving me green lights and the numbers are here. I'm on to something. There's gold here. And my friend Donald even says, like, he tells a story about the little girl who's flinging poop all around this barn. And people are like, why are you doing this? Why is this little girl doing that? And she's like, well, if there's this much horse poop, there's a pony in here somewhere. So that's the thing, is like the numbers show me the way and keep saying there is gold here. And you just have to keep going through this process. I mean, my house literally burned down on 11/11. You think that's a coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences anymore. No more coincidences. I was born on 11/17. That's not a coincidence. So having my house burn down on 11/11, pretty powerful stuff. That was my old life burning away and something new came from it. So yeah, I do have to go and get my kids from school. And I had to share this. I had to share this. I can't even really explain why. It's just, it just felt right to me to share that. Because yeah, a lot of my friends are now asking me about these numbers. They're seeing them in their lives after I've helped them with the transformation. And yeah, it can be pretty surprising that this is actually a thing. But this is actually a thing. There is so much out there that our logical brain dismisses as crazy and woo, and there's so much more that we don't actually tap into until we suddenly start following those paths, and you follow that and suddenly magic really does exist. Is what I want you to take away, is magic really does exist. Like, this is not an accident. I did not get here by accident. I did not get into my programs by accident. I did not find my friends and the people that I'm working with and learning from by accident. This was like basically the universe rewarding me as I continue to follow that path. You've got to follow your intuition. If your intuition is speaking to you and something keeps coming up over and over again, that is your intuition. And we got to stop ignoring it, because there is so much more than what you can just see concrete. And there's so much more than just making a logical meaning out of things. Sometimes there is no logical meaning. Sometimes you just have to feel with your heart. You just have to go, where is my heart taking me on this? What is my heart saying? That's what I'm going to share. And this is what I do with my coaching too. In fact, a lot of my coaching and what I'm doing and sharing, it comes from me. I have a structure that I've learned through my mentors and with the virtual coach community. And there is that use for that structure. But even when I'm speaking, I have no script. Okay. I have no script. I'm literally doing this from my heart. These profound insights that I have and I share, I'm doing it without a script. I have an idea of where I want to go. I have an idea and a structure, but things just come out. And if you come to me, the other reason why I record every single one of my things and I share onto my page is this. If I share something profound, I guarantee if you tell me that was amazing, can you repeat it? I can't. That's my secret. Why does Carly record everything? And why does Carly go live so often? Why does Carly share her little insights right away? Why does Carly automatically do voice messages for people when she can't write it down? because I'll forget it. I will forget it. I will put out that stuff. And if I don't have that evidence that I said something, I lose it. I lose my own insights. So I write down a lot of stuff. I have Word documents where I'm just journaling and writing things and insights. And then I go back and I have to read my own words to get my own messages back to me. And I record every single conversation that I have with my friend Jenny when we're doing our jam sessions, because I know that we're going to get into a space where we're going to really start figuring things out. And it's going to be so profound and so powerful. And I'm going to forget everything. And I record my coaching sessions with permission, of course, but because I'm sharing these nuggets of wisdom and everybody is blown away. And then I can't remember what I said. So that's why I record. That's why I share it live. That's why it's on my Facebook. If you want to get nuggets of wisdom from me and be able to repeat it, you got to watch my stuff over and over again to be able to really remember it. Because if you come to me and you say, hey, what was that thing that you said in that video about a while ago? It's like, I don't know. You're going to have to go and watch the video because I can't remember exactly what I said. I can't remember the exact words. I did not have a script. I just shared what I was thinking in the moment, what I was feeling, what my intuition was telling me. My intuition just speaks to me now. It's like, you need to share on this. And then when I share on that, it's like, whoa, that was the exact same thing that somebody needed to hear in that moment. And I just did that again today, coaching with someone. And oh my gosh, it's just, I love this. I freaking love this. I love my life. I love what I'm doing. I love being able to just get out there and speak and to share my message. And I'm just going to invite you, if you are also in the space of, I just want to be able to make meaning for other people. It's not a script. It's not a whole bunch of facts. It's just share from your heart, whatever comes to you. And I guarantee that's going to be more jam-packed with value than if you're trying to make it perfect out there. And yeah, if you start seeing the numbers, follow them, because that's also going to be like, you're on the right track. Keep going, keep sharing. And I just got another one, 212. Yay, angel number. And quickly get that. See, demonstrated it right there, 212. I'll see you soon. Bye.